Introduction to Agency Information for the Environmental Legal Research course at the Boston College Law School. There are many different types of environmental agencies. At the federal level, agencies can be a federal executive branch agency, where the department head serves on the President's cabinet. Examples of executive agencies with environmental responsibilities include the Department of Agriculture, the Department of Energy, and the Department of the Interior. There are also federal independent administrative agencies, which are part of the executive branch but outside the departments. Examples include the Environmental Protection Agency, the Tennessee Valley Authority, and the Nuclear Regulatory Commission. An administrative agency can be called an agency, like the Environmental Protection Agency, or it could be a department, like the Department of the Interior, or an administration, like the National Oceanic and Atmospheric Administration. An authority, like the Tennessee Valley Authority. A board, like the Chemical Safety and Hazardous Investigation Board. A bureau, like the Bureau of Land Management. A commission, like the Federal Energy Regulatory Commission. A corporation, like the St. Lawrence Seaway Development Corporation. A council, like the Council on Environmental Quality. A foundation, like the National Park Foundation. A service, like the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service. A state can have a single agency for the protection of the environment, like the Massachusetts Department of Environmental Protection, or like the state of California, it can have many different agencies regulating different aspects of the environment. California has an Environmental Protection Agency, an Air Resources Board, a Department of Conservation, a Department of Toxic Substances Control, a Department of Water Resources, and an Integrated Waste Management Board. Administrative agencies are part of the executive branch of government, but they actually perform functions like all three branches of government. As executives, they are often involved in the administration of various governmental programs. They can be involved in the permitting process, they can conduct investigations, and they can be charged with enforcing law. Agencies also act in a quasi-legislative manner through the rulemaking process, issuing regulations that have the force and effect of law. Agencies also act in a quasi-judicial manner, holding adjudicative hearings. However you interact with an agency, it can be helpful to find out more about the agency and the people who are in charge of it. My favorite source of information on the federal government is the U.S. Government Manual that is published annually by the U.S. Government Publishing Office, and it's available at govinfo.gov. But it's also available on its own webpage at usgovernmentmanual.gov. It provides basic information about all three branches of government, but I find it particularly useful for information about the major agencies. It provides the names and titles of key administrators. It provides information about the establishment of the agency, such as the statutes or executive orders that created the agency, information about its major subdivisions, and duties and responsibilities of each office. Another great source for information on government agencies is the subscription database Leadership Connect. To be authenticated as a user, remember to enter through the Law Library database list. Because we are looking for federal government information, I'm going to click on Federal Government. Once I click into the search bar, more filters appear. After typing in a word, energy, and clicking the search icon, I get this list of results. Choosing U.S. Department of Energy, we arrive at this page about the DOE. Before we scroll down, I like to view the organizational chart to get a little information about how this agency is organized. The little number on the bottom of the oval tells how many ovals are directly below that one on the organizational chart. So selecting the Office of Secretarial Boards and Councils, which has a 4 at the bottom, the chart rearranges itself a little so it can expand and show the 4 items under that office. Clicking on the little arrow will take you out to the listing of offices and subgroups, or we could have just scrolled down to the list instead of looking at the organizational charts. Clicking on a person's name pulls up a picture, contact information, position details, education, and some career history.